Hello everyone, my name is Jaleesa Frederick, and today I'll be talking to you about a topic of my choice from the class text of chapter 7 on confrontational homicide. For those of you who don't understand, I'll explain to you in a bit. First, I'll be talking to you about what is confrontational homicide. Confrontational homicide is one of the most common type of homicide that involves arguments that involve violence and ends in death. It is described as a homicide that occurs from the actions of the victim and the offender. It is likely that the victim provoked the actions of the offender, but it's not guaranteed. Confrontational homicides tends to occur in public places such as bars, parties, alleys, or even a parking lot. Most of the victims and the offenders usually be intoxicated or under the influence of alcohol or illicit substances. With that being said, most people don't have control over their actions. And being under the influence, you have to know how to control yourself, or otherwise you can end up in a deadly situation just by the things you do, or maybe even the way you looked at the person being intoxicated. They may have taken that as an offense. The topic of my choice that I would like to talk about today is about Lukenbill and his 6 stages of confrontational homicide. He wanted to know what led to murder, and he created steps to a homicide, and I would like to share that with you today. The first stage of Lukenbill's confrontational homicide is the opening move. This move is when the victim does something that is viewed as an affront by the offender. Sometimes it can be the way you said something, or maybe the way you look at that person. The second stage is the interpretation. This stage is when the offender views whatever the victim has done as an offense. You may be bumped the person by mistake and even said sorry. And if they're under the influence or not thinking, they may take that as an offense. And by that, they may even get slick with you, and then you may get offensive. The third stage is retaliation, which the opening moves for the offender, in which he challenges the victim. So if you say something to that person says something bad, it's starting an argument. This stage shows that violence may occur, and in the event that the argument may eventually occur. The fourth stage is saving reputations. Everyone has their own ways of saving their reputation. With Lukenbill's theory, the victim and the offender feel as though their reputation are on the line. So if that occurs, they do whatever they feel is right at that time to save their reputation. They may be even listening to their surroundings. They can have people in their background rigging them on, saying hit this or do that, and it's their reputation, so they're going to do what they feel is right at that time. The fifth stage is the forging a working agreement. This is when both the victim and offender seem to be committed to battle. It's then starting to heat up. This stage here is when a weapon is brought in and the actual homicide occurs. Now someone is dead. So by you trying to fix your reputation and you get into an argument with the person, it then heats up. Now you done killed someone. The last stage is the final move. In this stage, the offender flees the scene and then waits for the police. This is the end of that transaction. So you done murdered someone, you left, and you wait for the police. So by you fleeing the scene, that's an additional charge on you. Lukenbill actually broke down all the stages and gave examples to help you better understand confrontational homicide. And this is why I chose this topic myself. Have a good day, everyone. Thanks for listening.